Hi everyone and welcome back, and we are now looking at the least common multiple, and short form everyone says LCM. So let's see what that means. So firstly, least means the smallest, common means what is the same, and multiple means these are the multiples, like the multiplication timetables. For example, if I asked you what are the multiples of 5, then the multiples of 5 you would say all the timetables, the multiplication timetables. That's how you kind of remember it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and so on and so on. So those are the multiples of 5. And that's what we mean by multiples. So if you get an example, let's say, for example, it says find the LCM of, let's say, 4 and 6, right? And what we're going to do first, so in step 1, like we did for greatest common factor or GCF, you start at the end. So the last word there is multiple. So that's step 1, is you're going to find what are the multiples of those two numbers. Once you find the multiples of the two numbers, you would then go on to step 2, which is finding which are the common numbers between the multiples of these two numbers. And lastly, in step 3, you will then look at the common multiples and you will say which one is the least or which one is the smallest. So that's step 3. So let's look at step 1. We're going to first find all the multiples of 4 and 6. So the multiples of 4, you can see are 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. These are all the timetables, and 4 times 6 is 24, 4 times 7 is 28, 32, and so on and so on. You don't need to write all of them. Generally, I go up to the 9 times table, so let's stop at 36. 36. And then the next number is 6, so the multiples of 6 are 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, and so on and so on. Right, and what we're going to do now is step 2 is we're going to move on to now look at which ones are the common multiples. So we're going to look at the two sets of multiples and see which one is common. Common means which ones are the same. So let's see, 4, no, I don't have another 4 down here. 8, nope, I don't have another 8 down there. 12, yes, I have 12, so 12 is a common multiple here. So let's write down 12. And then we also have, I don't have 16, there's no 20, 24, yes, they also have 24 is also common. And then I see, yeah, there's no 28 or 32, but there is a 36. So these are the multiples, and obviously there will be more if you continue the multiples. Then lastly, in step 3 is we're going to find which one is the least of all the common. So the least means the smallest of the common multiples. So as you can see, that the common multiples are 12, 24, and 36. So the least means the smallest one. So from here we can see the least one. This is, so my LCM is 12. Okay, remember it's the opposite of greatest common multiple factor. In GCF we were finding the greatest, but in LCM you find the least, and least means the smallest. Okay. All right, let's do one more example. So let's say we had, the question says now find the LCM of, let's say 3 and 5. Okay, then we're going to look at 3, and the multiples are 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, and so on. And the multiples of 5 are 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and so on. So if you now look at the multiples, step 2, we are now going to find the common multiples. So if you look at the ones that are common, that are the same between the two sets, there's no 3, there's no 6 down there, there's no 9, there's no 12. Yes, there's a 15 here, and there's no 18, there's no 21, 24, 27, nope. But we know also, obviously, there is the multiples of 3 after 27 is 30. So yes, there will be a common multiple of 30. But generally, because we are looking for the least common multiple, means the lowest, means the smallest common multiple. So we're generally always looking for the first common multiple that we find. And the first one, which is the smallest one, is the LCM. So the LCM here is 15. Okay, just another challenge for you. Can you find the LCM for, let's say, 8 and 6? Okay, so I'll give you these two numbers for 8 and 6. Can you find that and put that in the comment section, and I'll reply to your answer. Okay, and that's it for LCM. I'll see you in the next video.